Hey there, thanks for joining me to color. Today we are going to be doing this Stampavie image called Surprise. Isn't he cute? Everybody's always asking me for boy cards, so this is the one I found in the color box for us to do. Just so everybody can, you know, say they had a boy card. Boy cards are hard. I don't know what it is about them, but they are hard to do. There's still 3 card kits left. See, boy cards are not as popular as girl cards. Everybody says they want a boy card, and then nobody wants a boy card. I know, it's crazy. Maybe it's just because the boy images are just not as cute. You can't put any cute flowers on it. You can't. It's a boy card. Hi, Cecilia. I don't know what it is with boy cards. Everybody wants a boy card, but nobody wants a boy card kit, I guess. So if you want one of these, you can still grab one, and you can use coupon code YouTube25 for 25% off. I reloaded that in there, so everybody, if you missed that coupon code last week, you can use it again this week. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and check out what we're going to do next week. So next week we're going to do Flower Tilda with a bow knot, and I'm going to color the girl here. And this card kit is sold out. See, girl card, super cute, gone. This card kit came with 3 separate sentiments, so each card was different, but I'm going to put on mine, I'm going to put like thank you or something like that so that I can use it to send out in somebody's order, because I don't need this part over here. I guess it could still go in somebody's order that says hello, love you, then they could go ahead and send it out to someone else. So maybe I will do this one, I'm not sure yet. So we're going to do Tilda here, and she's totally adorable. So this is next week, the 22nd at, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to change the stream time to 11 o'clock because 10:30 just messes with me, I guess. So make sure to go over to the store. The store, and on the scroll bar there at the top, it'll tell you what time next time stream is, because I'm thinking 11 o'clock next week is going to be better. And then also next week at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to do this Everything's Rosy card with Copic Markers and Prismacolor pencils. And I did put a link to this down in the description box. This is a paid class and it's private, so if you want to sign up, you have to go over and buy the class for $5, and then I will send you a link before class so you can come join me and we will color together for this. If you can't make it to class, you will still be able to take the class whenever. It will be up there for you to go check out and fast forward, rewind, whatever, for as long as you want. And I'm going to keep it private for 6 months, and then I will release it here on my channel so that everybody can watch it later on. But for right now, it's going to be private. So if you want to color with me and do this cute card, and it'd be perfect for Mother's Day. Just a little hint there. You need to go and purchase a class before next week. Alright, so let's go ahead and put all this over here. And let me get my destructions out here. And my little guy. And let me put my card up so I don't forget where he's at. And let's zoom down. So that we can be super duper close. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to put my markers. I'm going to move stuff around here real quick. Let me put my juice over here. Here's my hot chocolate I made and then I never drank it. That's not very good. I'll have to heat it up later. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do an outline first because I don't want to pick up any colors. So for our outline, we're going to use E50 and our colorless blender. Hi Chris, thanks for coming back. We're gonna color now. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our outline with E50. And I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I'm just going to go ahead and set my marker down next to my image. And if you get some on it, that's gonna be fine. You can use your colorless blender to brush it off. But I'm just going to set it down, and I'm holding my marker more so that it's at an angle here, more flat. And then I'm just touching it down, and then I'm flicking away. And I'm just letting my hand go as far as it will go out. It doesn't matter how big this is, you're just making an outline. Let's go up here, and I'm going to be careful going around his hand. Even though you can erase it, this is a pretty light color. I just wanted him to have some kind of color around the outside of him. And this is a quick, easy way to do that. Okay, so in here, I'm going to do a little bit. I'm just going to fill this in. I don't want it to be white. And then we're going to work our way up here to the top of his crown. So let's go right here. Click over that. And I'm going to go ahead and go up here to like this little dotty line. And then I'm going to turn my boy. And we're going to flick from this side. And I'm not per se going really fast. I'm just kind of putting it down and sliding it away. Sometimes I try to go super fast so it doesn't do too much ink. But because we're going to do the background, I'm just kind of letting it do its own thing. Kind of like dusting. You just kind of go whoosh, whoosh. Go around the crown and up here to our dots. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my colorless blender and I'm going to soften that edge. But I'm going to just go ahead and set my pen down on top of my image, so past where I colored, and I'm just going to swipe over the whole thing. And this will work best if your marker has ink in it. It's full. Or not dry. Mine just slides right across the page. It doesn't feel draggy or any of that. It just slides and I can see the ink laying down on the paper or the colorless blender. And we'll do this side. Same thing. I'm just going past where I put the E50 so that it'll soften the edge a little bit. You could also do that dotty thing that we did a few times back where I did the circles in the background. That looked really cool. Hi Connie, thanks for joining me. So that's it for the background. Let's go ahead and do the ground. Might as well do that too. So for the ground, we're going to use W2 and 4. So let's go ahead and do W4 first. And again, it's not going to be anything fancy. There's some lines already down here that were on from the stamp. So I'm just going to go right over the top of those. Bring it out. Let's go ahead and come along our package here. And then there's a line right here. So I'm going to shoot out from that. And then over here's our lines. And I'm going to color my box blue, so I'm trying not to get this color on there. It's pretty dark. We could probably erase some of it, but just to be safe, I'm going to try to be a little bit careful. And then I'm going to add W2 just to soften it. So we're going right along the edge. And over here we'll go this way. Okay, and then we'll go W4 again. I'm just going to do a little, I'm not going to go clear to the edge like I did, or out as far as I did last time. I just want to darken it up closer to my box. Whoops, and I got a little bit on my box. That's no good. So I'm just going to take my colorless blender and get rid of that. My colorless blender makes a little puddle and then it pushes it out off of my box. Hi Linda, thanks for joining me. Julie, thanks for coming back. Linda's asking if I've ever had my colorless blender blob. I have not. I guess just because I don't, maybe because I don't notice, because I just, and it wouldn't really, I just use it for more like background stuff. So, no, I'm going to say no. Or I just don't notice. That could happen. Okay, let's see. Let's do our skin next. Okay, so for our skin, we are going to do E21, 00, 000, and then R20 and 30 for our cheeks. Remember, if you haven't picked up the surprise card kit, there's 3 left, so head over and grab one up and use your coupon code YouTube25 for 25% off. And I also, don't forget, I put first class shipping in there, so it's only a couple of bucks to ship it out. Okay, so I'm going to start with E21. Let's go ahead and do his hand over here first. And he's got this ribbon here that's coming over the top of his hand, so I'm going to give that a little line along the ribbon. And then I'm going to do this little pinky finger because it's way over here by itself. And then I'm going to do the bottom of each one of these. And his thumb right there. And then for this hand, let's do this. And then let's see, I'm trying to decide where I want to put my color at, or my shadow. Let's do right here. It's kind of, I'm going to say the top of his hand's going to get a little bit more. And then we'll do E00. I'll probably give this a couple coats. And I'm just filling it in. I think I will give it a second coat. And then we'll just go over that with our E00 again. I just want to darken it up a little bit. It seems kind of pale. Okay, we'll hop up here and do his face, so E21 again. And I want the light to kind of come from over this way. It's going to kind of shine on his face. So let's do his ear. So do inside of his ear. And then I'm going to do kind of along the outside edge. And then we're going to do up here where his bangs are. And then I'm going to brush this. Because it's got quite a bit of a face of his face showing right there. So we want to bring that out a little bit. And then all this up here where his hair is going to have shadow, along with this little piece that's sticking out. So let's grab that. And I'm again going to give that a second coat, so I'm not worried if it's not blended all the way. Now we'll add E00. And we're going to bring this color around this side, darken that side up a little bit. And then E00. Then we'll add some cheek color and then come back and add another coat of skin tone. So let's go R20 first. And he's got these little dots right here that are really cute. So let's kind of go right along these dots. And I try to put my R20 in the middle of wherever I want the cheek color to be. So that when I put my pen down, I get the darkest color right there. And I'm barely touching the paper. Hi Esme, thanks for coming back. Then we'll do R30. And I think I'm going to go with another swipe of my R20. Doesn't seem that pink today. Okay, then we'll do our skin tones again. So we're going to do E21. And then E00. And then I usually use my last color, which is E000, to go over the entire face. So I just kind of swipe it back and forth. He looks awfully happy. He got a puppy for his birthday, so you know who wouldn't love that? I would. All right, so we're gonna do hair next. So let's see here. 24, 23. Okay, so for the hair, we're going to do E49, 57, 44, 23. We had a little bit of trouble last time when I did Bible journaling earlier, so Esme is asking if I can see you now, and I can. Yay! It's going along like it should. It's being persnickety. That's what I get for messing with things when Mike's not here. So yesterday, for you guys who missed the Bible journaling or weren't there, I did watercoloring with Teresa, who's usually on here. She's off probably having lunch. It's later for her. She might pop back in here in a bit. But I did watercoloring with her, and I recorded it. So my question for you is that something you guys would like to me live stream? We were colored for like 3 hours together, but I recorded it so I could show you later when it was all finished, kind of do a little fast forward video so you can see the end product. But would you be interested in me today I'm going to be messing around, and I'm going to turn the camera on, and you guys can join me if you're online, or you can not join me if you don't feel like it, but I'll just be here and you can chat and talk if you want. So that's a yes or no. Would you love that? So let's go ahead and do, I think I'll do E49 last because it's pretty dark, so I don't want to add too much. So let's go with E57 for his hair first. I think I'm going to go down a little bit more. I feel like it's way far, far away. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how far I zoomed it. For me, the little camera looks like it's really super close, but for you, it could be that it's not. Oh, there, that's much better. Okay, there, I caught up. All right, so E57 first. So I'm just gonna add some streaks. So I'm gonna hold my pen more straight up and down. And I try to just barely touch the paper with the end of my pen, and then just kind of swipe it away. And over here his hair is kind of curved around away from his face, so let's do a little bit of lines going away from over here. And then back here it's curling back around his ear. And we can always give it a couple coats, so don't worry if you don't cover the whole thing up. I just try to do a couple of little swipey streaks in there. Mike's got some kind of something going on. So we're going to do E44 next. Esme's voted yes for that. Let me turn on my... Discord thing. Mike's setting me up with some kind of Discord server over here, so we're thinking about adding that so you guys can join that if you want and then chat with me whenever you feel like it. So let's go with E44 next. That's Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven's department. I don't know anything about that stuff. I like to color. Technical stuff's not really my thing. Okay, so I put a couple of streaks of that. Let's do a little bit more right here. And then we'll do E23. Let's get a couple of little spare hairs up here at the top, so I'm going to give them a couple of little swipes. Then we're going to come in with our E49, which remember is super, super dark. And we're going to add a little bit of that. I don't want to get too crazy with that because it's really dark. Let's do a little bit. Because his hair's over here in the back, kind of in the shadow a little bit more, I'm going to add a little bit more in the back here. And then I think I will still add another coat of my E57. And again, because this is in the back, where I don't want as much light to be shining, I'm going to put a little bit more. Alright, I'm liking that, so we're going to leave it like that. I got some really good small streaks in there. I always love it when that happens. Alright, let's do the ribbon next. This one really doesn't take forever to color. It's pretty straightforward. So next we're going to do Y26, 35, and 08. We'll do Y26 first. Let's go up here and work on, and we're going to do his crown, the ribbons, and this little bow down here. So let's do his crown first. I'm going to do back here. His crown looks like it's kind of dented here, so I'm going to bring this side in a little bit. And then he's got a little wrinkle right here, so let's go ahead and bring that over here. I'm going to go with that. And then let's start this ribbon. Esme says he has a cute little face. He does have a cute little face. He's super excited he got a puppy for his birthday. Okay, so I'm going to fill in these back ones. And let's go ahead and bring this forward too. Puppies are always so nice. They always smell so sweet. They're so soft. Their fur's so soft. Kind of like a new baby, I guess. They're soft. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for coming back. See, there's Teresa. I was watercoloring with her yesterday. I can't wait to get started on that again. It was hard to put that away and not go fiddle with it some more, but I did. I was good. I put it on the shelf. Sorry about that. I had to move something there real quick. Okay. Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven says puppy kisses are the best. They are the best. Alright, so we're going to go with Y26 again. I'm thinking I want to darken this up. It doesn't seem that dark. Because I'm going to put some glittery stuff on it afterwards, so I want it to be a little bit darker. Okay, I'm going to add another coat of our Y35. And then Y08. Let's pop down here and we'll do this bow too. So again, we're going to go with Y26. Let's see, let's bring our bow out like this. Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven was going to be working on my daughter Ashley's brakes today, but it's pouring down rain, so that's not going to happen. He gets a pass on that. She'll probably show up anyway. We don't have a garage that you can put the car in, so it's like, what do you think I'm going to do with that? And I'm still going to give this a second coat, so I'm not worried if I don't put everything where I want it, because I may decide to move things here in a second. And then we'll do Y08. And then tonight I have coloring with the local girl, so I'm gonna go color the oh, the Sassy Cheryl image I posted on the blog this week. If you missed that, it's the girl. She's got on a rabbit hat, and I did a video for that for you guys if you wanted to color too. So I'm thinking next week of moving our coloring time to 11 o'clock, because it seems like when I get done with Bible journaling and then I go to do coloring, it seems like it's just too close, and YouTube freaks out every time because I want to change the description and all of that stuff. So I'm thinking about just moving it 30 minutes. Maybe that would give it time to reset and not be so concerned that I'm in there trying to fix things while it's trying to do its own thing. It won't let you set up two things at once. I'd like to just set up everything and then be like, oh, I'm going to do this on this one and this one on that one, but it doesn't let you do that. Oh my god, this little star. Let's do this little star right here. As long as I got the yellows out, and that was Y08. Esme says she had 2 days ago they had some snow. Oh, I don't like that. Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven has just put up a link to the Discord thing. If you guys want to join that, you can join that, and then you can chat with me with that whenever you want. If you have a question, you can just put it on there and it will bing me, or I will check my phone periodically. I don't usually carry my phone around with me, but I do check it. Sometimes I'm in here videoing, and so I don't want to bring it in here because I don't want it ringing and all that stuff. But I check it when I'm done. But it is something we're working on, so, you know, it may not be perfect the first time. So for his shirt and the little tag, we're going to use our 24, 05, and 22. But then you can chat with me whenever you want. Or if you just want to say hi, that's cool too. You don't have to have a question. You can just be like, Heather, are you doing any work today? You know, or whatever. Or I'm going to go to lunch today, Heather. That'd be fun. Alright, so now we're going to do R24. Let's do this little tag. We're going to do the shirt and the tag at the same time because it's not much of a little... This little tag's not much. And mine, I need to change the tip on mine because, look, it's lost its little pointy thing. So I'll probably do that. So it's kind of bulky, so you got to be careful when you're using the R24. At least mine I do. Because I need to get a new one. I need to change it. But I hate to change it because it still works. It seems wasteful to change the tip when it's just a little blunt. And sometimes when you want to get into these little bitty small places, that little bitty dinky tip really helps out. Okay, then he's got his little collar on right here. So I'm going to bring this down, but I'm going to bring this color along the seam of his arm. And then brush it out this way. And then we're going to do a sleeve. Okay, let's start with that, because we're going to give it a couple of coats, I'm pretty sure. Esme's asking if the Copics have two pointy ends. So the Copics have the little brush side, And then on this side, mine has a new fine tip on this one. Let me see if I have one I haven't changed. They don't come that way. They come with, I think I changed all these. Oh no. So they come with a brush nib like this. And then they usually come with this little chisel thing that I never use. I never use this. Although this is really handy when you want to change it, because this end you just pull out and ta-da, you can change that. But I've slowly been taking mine off and changing them to this. So you could use the pointy end. But a lot of people don't have the fine nibs on there, so I still try to use the brush side because that's what most of you have still. So, and then when once you change it to that little fine tip thing, you can't just yank it out. It doesn't do that. So when you go to refill it, you have to just drip it on, or they have some kind of special needle tool that you can use to fill it, but I cannot, my supplier doesn't have any. So I don't know if they just stopped making it, or I know, convenient, right? They just stopped making it, or they just don't carry them right now. I don't know. So I just drip it. It's like drip, 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 but it takes forever. I get impatient. I want it to hurry up. I don't have all day for refilling. I want it to be quick. I do need the needle thingy. Crazy thing. They should have those available, but they're not. So I try to refill them. When I change the end, I make sure to... I take this all off. Like, look at this one. See all the gunk on there? This needs cleaned. You should not leave your markers like this. And this one, actually, this is a good example. See that little white? I don't know if you can see it. There's like an off-colored spot there in the middle. The tip's going bad, so I need to, like, put some color solution in a little zippy bag and then stick this in there and, like, squish it around and try to get that off. Because what's happened is you've left the cap dirty. See, look at that. Oh, disgusting. You've put this in there a million trillion times, shutting it, I have, and it's picked up some of that ink and it's dried on there and it's getting all disgusting and crusty. So I need to try to fix that because that will ruin your nib. So, just so you know, you should keep these cleaned up. That should be part of your Copic coloring. If you have Copics and they're dirty and crusty in there like that, you should clean that off. You should not leave it that way. So I think this one, let me check the other, let me brush this little guy's shirt here. This one, let me see. Yeah, see, this one I've changed the other end, so I did all that. I took it apart, I cleaned it, I did all that, and it's still, look at it. Oh, gross. So then we're going to do R24. Teresa says, couldn't you just use a syringe? Okay, Teresa, you probably could, but theirs has a little... Their needle thing attaches to the top of the refill bottle. You screw it on so that it doesn't... You don't have to suck the ink up. It just goes on there. Technically, you don't need that. You could just sit there and drip it on, too. You don't have to be all technical, and it just would make it a lot easier. Because dripping seems like it takes an eternity. They don't hold that much. They hold more than I think, evidently. Because when I pull the other side off and I fill them, it just takes, you know, a couple of good squishes and it's full. Then we'll do R24. Whoops, R24 is what I should have done. What did I have? Did I put the wrong lid on? Oh, this is R05, sorry. I'm like, I got the wrong color. But yeah, it's got, the refill bottles have like a little screw-on end. So it's got, here, let me see if I have one over here that's open. Well, let's do a shirt first. I don't want this to dry. It's best if you keep going on your coloring until so it doesn't dry up. It blends better. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, let me grab one here. So when you buy a refill, it comes like this little refill thing, and then you screw this end off. Oops, sorry. Let me move this. I'm afraid I'm going to drop some on there. So this just pops off. It's being difficult. But yeah, it screws off. But it screws off, and so it's got this little thing on here. And so what happens is you buy the little needle tool and you just put it on there, and it's got a screw on in. So you screw it onto this, and then you just squirt it in there. You stick it down in the side of the pin. There's like, in the pin, when you put them in, there's like this little bitty microscopic little space. I don't know if you can see it, that the needle goes into. And then you just squirt it in there. So, you know, kind of handy. But I don't have that, so I just drip it. It works fine. You can't have everything. All right, let's see. What are we going to do now? We're going to do the package. Okay, so we're going to use FBG2, BG45, and BG53. So you got all that technical stuff. The little syringe, I'm sure, is pretty... makes it easier, but I think I'd still make a mess. I would still be like squirting it in there and I'd be like, whoa, that's way too much. Alright, so let's do FBG02 first. And I never use these. These little fluorescent ones, I don't use these. I don't know. So today I thought we would just try it out because we should use those more. Okay, so we've got the inside of our box. So I'm going to go ahead and color it in because it's going to be dark under here. It's inside the lid, so... I'm trying not to color my dog. He does not want to be blue. Okay, so I'm going to give that more coats, but I'm going to leave it like this. So let's go over here and we'll do up to his hand. Try not to color him blue. And then we'll do away from this corner. And then over here where his hand is touching. And again, try not to color his hand. Okay, then let's go ahead and get BG45 next. Okay, so even though I colored this inside in, I'm going to use this too, because we're going to darken it up. I really want this to be darker in here. So we're going to use this color to make it darker. And then we're going to go over this. Same thing, we want all of this to be darker than what that is. That FBG2 gave it a nice base. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. All the things I'd going on. Oh, I didn't know it could be. And we'll add BG53. And this one's a little bit lighter, so let's go ahead and start over here. See how that goes. I'm going to give it a second coat, so I'm not going to go all the way across. Let's brush some in here. I don't even care now that it's all the way up to the edge. I'm just going to kind of give it an extra little dab in there. Then we're going to go with a second coat of our FBG2. Then we'll go with BG45. And then BG53. Okay, so far so good. Let's hop down here and do the package. So again, we're going to go with FBG2. I don't know why it is. Every time I say that, I say it wrong. I'm going to color this side of my package in. And let's brush this up here close. I'll leave a little bit there for light. And then over here, we got our little puppy who's leaning out. So let's grab this. And then we're going to go along the bow. Okay, let's start with that. And then BG45 is next. And then BG52. And I'm going to give it a second coat, so I'm not going to fill it all the way in. I'm just going to lightly go over some of these lines. Just kind of dab the edge. That will leave us, that white patch will be even lighter when we give it a second coat. Okay, then FBG2 for our second coat. Whoops, I colored my bow. Although I know that's a lie, I'm waiting for you to give it up. 'Cause there is some hidden love, hidden love, hidden love just for us. 'Cause you got that BG45. And then we got our BG53. Whoops, And I colored his little paw a little bit right here. So I'm going to take my Color the Splendor and brush that off. And here's a little dab right here too. Let's get that off. So far, so good. Okay, what do we need now? Let's see here. We need some dog colors. So, E. Let's see, E something. 1, 4, 3. Okay, so for our puppy, we are going to use W542, E47, 44, and 43. So let's go ahead and do the browns first. So I'm going to do E47 first, and for that, I'm going to do... Bye, Teresa! Have fun folding the laundry. That's not very fun. Alright, so we're going to do E47, and I'm going to do his tail, his feet, and this little mop of hair up here. So let's start up here at his mop of hair. So he's got a couple of little hairs that go up right here. So I'm going to say that's going to be his part. So let's go like this. And kind of give it a couple of little swishes. Like that. And we're going to go down here and do the same thing to his little paw. So let's go ahead and do... He's got fuzzy feet. So let's just give him a few little swipes of color. And this one. And then for this little paw over here, it's going to be more compact, so I'm going to go with just coloring it in. So let's go like this, and then we'll do kind of up between his paws a little bit. We'll start with that. We'll see how that looks. And then for his tail, it's kind of buried down here underneath of him and his box because he hasn't bounced all the way out. So let's do a little bit right here where it's connected to his fanny. And then let's do a few little swirls coming up. We'll start with that. And then we're going to add E44. And then we'll add some E43. And you can fill it all the way in if you want. You can leave some white if you want.
I think I'm going to add a little bit more of my E47. Let's add some to his paw here. Okay, I'm liking that, so let's leave that. And let's go and do his body. So we're going to start with W5. And we're just going to do the same thing we did with his fur. We're just going to give it a few little streaks. I probably should have made this right here blue. I think I better fix that. That doesn't look like it should look. This right here should have been blue. And this is like some weird flying away hair, so let's cover that. There, that looks better. And then W4. Oh, whoops. Not that yet. Let's continue with our W5. I got distracted by that part of the package there that was not supposed to be like that. Okay, and then I'm going to make this part in here lighter. You could make it darker if you wanted. I just thought that I would leave his skin there so you can see his eyes better. And then for his face, fur up here, add some random little swatches. And then let's go in here. And I'm not really going in, fur's messy. He's got a lot of hair, so we're just going to kind of go in random directions and give it a few little streaks of color. And then down here where his foot is, kind of going in a circle. So we're going to bring it over the top, and then let's give it some weird, like, different directions a little bit. I always think dogs with long hair, their fur's kind of messy. Linda's asking if I'm coloring this like a puppy we own. I am not. We have a brown beagle and a white and black and brown dotted pit bull. This dog here has too much fur for me. That's terrible. I love dogs, but we had one of our last dogs, Mr. Paulo. He had a lot of fur. It was a mess. It got everywhere. So I'm only going to have short-haired dogs now. But we have 2, so we don't need more. And we have a couple of rabbits that are kind of a pain in my fanny right now. They're being a stinker. They live in the house, and they've decided that they don't need to use their potty box, that they should just pee on the floor. and they're potty trained to the box. They go to their potty box. They're just being a turd. When you change their box, they decide that they don't need to go in there anymore until I've forced them to go in there for a couple of days, and then they go in the potty box. They pee in there. They always do poop in there, but they don't use the for pottying. One of them thinks it should pee in the corner. So we're gonna have W5. Mr. HobbieHaven says short hair like me. Yes, short hair like Mr. HobbieHaven. It's less to comb that way. Although I have quite a bit, and mine spends most of its life in its bun. I was thinking lately I should cut it off. I'm going to give this a second coat. Esme says her hair's down to her waist. That's a lot, Esme. Mine isn't that far. Mine goes to maybe the middle of my back. But it's always in this bun. So I'm kind of thinking, why do I need it? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my Sharpie white paint pen, and I'm going to shake this with the lid on. Okay, and then I'm going to try it on my piece of paper first, because if you give it too much smushing, it will make these big giant blobs, and I don't want that. Okay, so I've decided my package should have some dots. I'm going to have dotted paper. So I'm just going to randomly go in, and I'm not going to push down on my pen to make more ink. I'm just going to use what's on there to make some dots, because I don't want it to make a mess. Dots for that. And then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella brush pen. See, that's what Esme says, it's a pain to straighten and comb. Oh, Esme, do you have a detangler brush? If you don't have one of those, you can pick this up cheap. I totally recommend this. I always thought that's such BS. Why would anybody need to buy one of these brushes? So I bought one at Walmart one day. It was like $5. That was the best $5 I have spent all year. You just brush your hair. It feels like it's doing nothing, but it doesn't pull it, and it just takes all the tangles out, and it just combs. So if you're ever out shopping, if you don't have that detangler thing, pick one up, because that thing's the bomb.
Okay, so I did not squish this thing. If you get too crazy squishing this pen, it will run everywhere. So you want to just get it started, and then every once in a while I'll maybe give it a half of a squish on the sides to get it some more in there, but I hardly ever do that. There's a lot, and it just seems to flow out and just works perfectly. But we're gonna glitter up our bow, and you can give it as many coats as you would like. And let's do this bow up here. And his crown. Easy peasy on that. Okay, so let's go up. Let's go up. Had to think there for a minute. Okay, so we got all of our stuff here. So the first thing I do is I make sure the card's opening the direction I want it to, because I would be the one that would make this giant mess. And okay. Well, I forgot my tape runner. So we're gonna do, see how with it I am? Okay, so we're just gonna get some glue. I brought that. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna start with the brown piece. So if you wanted the plaid one, you could do either or, totally up to you. That's what I love about this paper is it's double-sided, so most of the time you can flip it over and do the other side, if you so desire. Okay. And we'll stick this on here. I have mine kind of cattywampus, and you could make the diamonds go a different direction if you wanted them to be kind of sideways. Fat diamonds, you could put them this way. I don't know if it's wide. Mine's just like a normal size brush, but it like detangles. I love that brush. I bought it for Lexi, and I'm like, whoa. Oh, this one has, see, if you could also do aliens on the back if you wanted. This is kind of cute. Maybe I should flip it over. Let me see what this other stuff looks like. You're not going to see much of it, though. Let's see, what else we got? This one, because I cut it out with a little die thing, it's kind of going to, it's going to have to, I don't know, yuck, I don't like that at all. But maybe we could go, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to turn it over and do the alien. You could do the cars. Look at there. Okay, that's getting too drastic. So let's go ahead and do the stripes. Plus, if I tip it over and I want to put it in the store, I'm going to have to take another picture. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to be lazy and just do this side. Because this is going to go in the store to be sold. So we'll keep it the same. Okay. We'll go like so. Then next comes this little circle right here. And I cut this one out with a die, so you can kind of see the little lines on this side, but you can definitely see them better on this side. And then we're going to go with this one.
And this one I made line up with the brown piece. And next is the little white circle. And then we're going to have the yellow piece. Then we're going to do this cutie, but I'm going to pop him up. So let me grab the pop dots. Okay. This is going to go, this little wonky stitches die. Let me look it up here just a second. And there should be a link to this down in the description box, this wonky stitches die. Linda's asking what that, who that made that. That Avery L made that. It's called Wonky Stitches. But it will be under the video in the description box if you want to grab one up. Okay, next we're going to have Happy. So let's turn it over. And I didn't pop him up, thank goodness, because look how small this is. But you could. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back. You could also run this through your tape runner. That would be kind of handy. Your tape, Xyron. Sorry, I had to think there for a minute. And this die here is La La Land Crafts Happy Birthday die. And there's also a link. There's a link to all these dies down in the description box. So you've got Happy Birthday die, double stitch circle by La La Lands, and then this yellow piece with the stitching was a large stitch square stackables from Lawn Fun. Uh oh, I forgot to put this on here. This is going to need to go over here. Uh-oh. I need to peel this up a second. Oops. I missed this piece. I wasn't looking. Okay, so this is going to go under here. Like so. So we tie this circle in with this circle up here. Kind of makes it move around. Okay, and then we're going to do the birthday. So again, let's put some glue on it. Okay, let's do, ooh, wait a minute. Okay, let me grab my piece of paper. Because over here, the little Y, let me wipe this off, needs a pop dot.
because it's sticking off the side. So it's going to need a little something over there to hold it up. But I'm going to cheat because look at this little piece, this little trim right down here. We're just going to go. I'm going to steal that and put it on here. Hopefully it's, let me see, let me wipe some more of that off. Okay. So you need a little something over here on this end to hold that off of the paper. Uh-oh. Get on there. Now it's probably not going to stick because it's all wet with sticky glue. Might have to fix it later. We'll go with this for right now and see how that goes. Okay. Let go of my finger. Oh no. Being persnickety. Alright, there we go. Okay, so this is going to go on here. Like, we'll just dab that. I could probably put another piece of Pop Dot underneath this A, but I think the Y over here is going to be okay to hold it up. Okay, so there is our adorable surprise card kit all colored up. Isn't he cute? If you haven't picked him up, go over to the store and grab him up. There's a link down in the description box. Use your code YouTube25 to get 25% off and use your first class shipping. And then it's only a couple of bucks to ship. That works out a lot better than the other. So that is what we're, oh, look, I got ahead of myself. I brought this in so I could put this on today. So on my card, I had some little dots of this Nouveau Crystal drops that I used as my, this does not come in your kit. But if you have some laying around, you can put it on there. So what I do is I shake it down so that it's in the bottom down here. So give it a good and swish it down there. And then I don't touch the paper. I just kind of let it, I squish it out and let it run out until it hits the page. And then I kind of give it an extra little squirt. And I know it's pointy, but it's going to dry. It'll flatten out as it dries. Uh-oh, that one had a little bubble on it. Okay. So we'll do orange and then yellow. This one is, that one was, what was that one called? That one was called Ripe Pumpkin. And this one is called Dandelion Yellow. And you got your very own drops on there. That works out pretty good. So that is it for our surprise card kit. Isn't it super cute? Love it. So yep, I picked my, Linda's saying a good job picking the Copics to match the paper, and I did do that. I always pick the paper first. That's what I do. Because otherwise I'd pick something that doesn't match anything. So next week, don't forget, we're going to be doing Flower Tilda with a bow knot. And this card kit's already sold out, so if you haven't picked it up, it's already gone. Everybody really liked the little 3 cards with the different sentiments, so if you're interested in that, me doing another one like that, leave me a comment down below after the video posts, and I'll see if I can come up with another one, because I haven't done the next card kit, and I gotta go pick something. So if that's what you guys want, again, then I can pick that out. And I have a bunch of like word dies, so it's kind of fun picking different words to go on there. So that was fun. And then, so this is next Thursday at, I'm going to change class to 11 next week because 10:30 just seems to be too quick. So 11 o'clock tomorrow, next Thursday, the 22nd, we'll do this one. And then I will work on a card, something for the following week. Probably a digital image because it's spring break. So Lexi will be home. So probably something not too complicated. So that's just what we're going to do next week. And then don't forget also next week, next Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to do this class. This is Roses, Everything Rosy. This would be great for a Mother's Day card. We're going to color it with Copics and colored pencils. This is a paid for class for $5 at the store. So if you want to sign up for this, you need to click the link down below in the description, go sign up for it, and then I will send you a link, a private link before class starts so you can join me and color this. If you can't make it to the class, this will still be available afterwards. You can watch it as many times. You can watch it live or you can watch it afterwards as many times as you want to. But it is a paid class, so if you want to join me, you have to go pick that up. So I hope you guys had fun coloring today. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. Thank you everybody who came and chatted with me and colored. I really enjoyed it. And don't forget to answer the question too, if you would like for me to do just different live streams whenever I'm doing something, just working on something. I can record it and you just turn on the video camera and hit stream and you can come join me if you want. I didn't say it was going to be anything fabulous, but you know, if I'm just trying something out, we can do that. But if you're interested, leave a comment down below. Yes, no, I want to do that or not. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Thursday at 11 o'clock for coloring. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.